I am now recording.
Same. Wanna clap?
Okay. Yeah, ready? 3, 2, 1. That was
Okay.
a very pathetic clap on my half.
Sorry?
No, it was a very pathetic clap on my half, but you can see the audio waves, which is really cool because the clap looks quite funny. It's like this huge wave.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like with Audacity how you can see the audio waves.
Yeah, when I'm recording, I like to leave them open, so when I have nothing to look at, I'll just look at the audio waves.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
It's quite soothing to say stuff and then just seeing it go up.
Yeah. It's quite...
You get my drift?
It's kind of cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like... Yeah. Technology is, like, so amazing, you know? Like, how technology can, like, take an image and sound and it can store it and then, like, you know, like, show it to us again.
And do stuff. Yeah, and it just does stuff, and it's great.
Yeah.
Would recommend.
Oh, no.
If you're not on technology, I recommend it.
Oh, no. My Discord notifications are buzzing. Oh, I gotta turn them off.
Oh my gosh, you've got friends? Who are they?
No, I'm just on a lot of,
Servers?
yeah.
Oh, alrighty. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Pasta night is tomorrow night, and we'll probably film us making the pasta.
Yeah.
And then we'll film us making the pasta, and then that will come up as, like, maybe something that won't come out on the Saturday, maybe is, like...
Maybe, like, an extra thing, you know?
Yeah, sort of like... Yeah, it'll just be an extra thing.
We could just, like, upload it whenever we wanted, really.
Yeah, we could do it in, like, 3 months' time if we wanted.
Yeah. Because we're the bosses.
No one's gonna stop us. Yeah.
We're in charge.
I mean, at least I hope so. At least I hope that we're in charge. Like, unless if we've been brainwashed to not remember us talking about, like, how that we're not in charge and we've just sold our souls over, you know?
That
So
would
we
be
can
an
do the
interesting
podcast.
coincidence.
If, like, it actually happened and I'm just saying all this, they're probably like, damn it, she's on our tail.
No, but maybe they brainwashed you to think that.
Oh, brainwashed me to make me think that, like, they've brainwashed me to do something else.
Yeah, yeah. We can't trust anyone.
That's
I
a
can't
lot of
even trust you.
brainwashing. What? Why not? But I'm one of the hosts.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I've earned your trust back.
Oh. So, I've been
tonight,
writing
right?
down a lot of topics, you know, to talk about this week.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was reading over topics that I have written down in the past, and I'm like, they're so boring. But I got some cool new ones that I think are gonna spice up the conversation, you know? You know?
Wait, so what are some of these boring old ones?
I had this one where I was gonna talk about backpacks, which is really boring, and I don't know why I wrote that down. Literally, in my notebook,
did
it
you
just
write that
says
down?
backpacks. Like, just there. Like, nothing else attached, it's just backpacks.
Well, maybe you were, like, trying to... See, I feel like now this is going to turn into a conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe you were trying to, like, say how cool of, how cool they are, you know, and, like, do you prefer the name backpacks or bags, or like, do you reckon there's a difference, or, like, bags are just, like,
I reckon
maybe bags
backpacks
are...
look cooler, you know?
Or like, do you reckon it's sort of like a time thing, like people born in the 90s would say backpacks, you know, like.
I wasn't born in the
Like
90s.
Yeah, I know. Neither was I. We're 2000s kids.
When I think of something cool, I always picture Spider-Man wearing it, and then I'm like, does that look good on him? And if it does, I reckon it's a cool thing.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. I'm gonna do that now. You know what we should all do? We should all picture Spider-Man when we're trying to think of something cool. We'd be like, does Spider-Man seem cool doing this? I mean, it's always a yes, because Spider-Man's pretty cool in general.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Like, I love, like, thinking about... I think Spider-Man probably has to be my second favourite superhero. You know?
Who's your first?
Batman, duh. He's a man, but he fights gods. It doesn't make any sense, but he does it, and it's so cool.
Oh, yeah. How did I not guess that? You've got, like, so much Batman stuff at your house.
Oh, I love Batman. Big Batman fan. Which leads me to the question, would Spider-Man look cool wearing a Batman mask?
I'm gonna have to go with a no for that one.
What? No. I'm gonna draw...
Are we picturing...
I'm gonna draw Spider-Man with a Batman mask. And, yeah.
Hold on. Right, I need a clarification. Are we picturing Spider-Man, like, with his mask on and stuff? Or are we picturing, like, Tom Holland with, like...
No,
like,
we're picturing Spider-Man like... with his mask on, and then over his mask, he has a Batman mask.
It doesn't suit him. That's just my opinion,
Okay,
though.
I'm gonna draw Batman with Spider-Man with a Batman mask, and I'm gonna put it up on our Twitter, and yeah, so.
We should do like a, not even, we have such little followers that you should just do like, how long of a poll? We should do like, maybe like a 3-week poll, you know, and just...
Yeah.
Because, like, that's enough time for, like, 2 people to watch this and then go over to our Twitter and vote, you know?
Okay. So, I'm gonna draw Spider-Man with Batman mask and put it up on Twitter, and you guys can vote at home who you think is the coolest.
Yeah, I'm not drawing anything, by the way. I'm playing 10-10 at the moment.
Oh, I'm not drawing either. I'm just gonna do it later.
Well, you're probably gonna be like, what's the word? I have so many mental blanks today. You'll be like, editing it, and you'll be like, I have to draw that now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, 90% of editing a podcast, right, is just listening to the podcast over again. The other...
You poor thing.
The other 10% is like syncing audio and adding music in. And speaking of music...
That takes up 3 minutes of the podcast.
And speaking of music, should we start?
Yeah, do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
That was a pretty sweet segue.
I know, right? We've already covered so much, such as Spider-Man and Batman and backpacks and, you know, we've already covered so much in such little time.
Yeah. I wonder what we're going to cover in the next 30 minutes.
Or it could be 20, you know, we could do like a 30-minute podcast. You know?
Yeah.
Don't jump to conclusions. Never judge a book by its cover.
I don't know how I was judging a book by its cover, but I really like that you said that.
I'm referencing the meme, you know, like, all the people who went like, wait, did you really think, and then whatever they were up to do, and then it goes like, well, don't ever judge a book by its cover. You know? And it's like, there was some girl who goes like, wait, did you really think I was gonna cut my hair? Don't ever judge a book by its cover. And it was just like things like that. And then there was one girl who's like, wait, did you really think I was gonna shave my hair? Well, I did. And then she pulls her wig off and it's just completely shaved. And it was so good. And, like, she looked actually quite nice with shaved hair. I mean, like, I haven't seen her before, like, with long hair. But, you know, she looked quite nice with shaved hair.
Cool. Do you want to
You
start
get
now?
what I mean? Pardon?
Do you want to start now?
The audio keeps cutting out.
Oh. Do you want to start now?
My computer's a little laggy. Is my computer okay? Let me just close some things.
Do you want to start now?
Start the podcast?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. 50 messages plus on Roblox bullying servers. Okay, do you want to start the podcast? Do you want me? I think I did it last time, so it's your turn.
No, didn't I do it last time?
Do you want me to just do it?
Yeah, you just do it. Your name can be, Mrs. Donut, okay?
Why? That's such a...
Because I looked around my room and I saw my donut costume, okay?
Your donut... What happened to you? What about your donut pillow? Where's that?
Probably somewhere.
Me and Rebecca spent good money on that.
Oh, I'll find it. It's probably under my bed or something.
Alright. Is this how you treat your stuff? I'm sorry.
Do you want a different name?
Yeah.
How about
that'd be
emoji?
preferable. What is it?
Emoji.
Emoji?
Yeah, your name is Emoji.
Can I be cowboy emoji?
Okay, you can be cowboy emoji.
Okay.
When you say, welcome to Does This Podcast Make Sense? Podcast, sound fat, say, I'm cowboy emoji and this is Jake. Do that. It'll be really funny. Go, do it. Go.
I'm sorry, but this is peer pressure. This is peer pressure.
I can just start.
Hi everybody, welcome to Does This Podcast Make Me Sound Fat? My name is Cowboy Emoji and this is my co-host, Jake.
Heyo!
In today's podcast, we are probably going to talk about Past the Night a couple more times again because we will run out of conversation topics. We will
Oh, I got some good conversation topics, don't you worry.
Maybe not. Jake's got some good conversation topics. Maybe we'll talk about what happened at school because that's usually what we're talking about. And yeah, and what movie we should watch for Past the Night. Because,
Yes!
when I was in a call with, Pete earlier,
Oh, yeah?
do you know who I'm talking about? Yeah. Like, I was in a really long call with Pete earlier. Anyway, we were brainstorming some movie ideas, and so far we've got The Hitman's Bodyguard, The Goonies, Hot Fuzz, Despicable Me, Ricky Gervais, Humanity, The End of the Effing World, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Jack Whitehall, and Rick and Morty.
Now, I really like that list of suggestions. Now, here's one thing that I'm interested about. How did Despicable
Yes.
Me slide into that list?
Well, we were talking about how that we were gonna set up Scarlett on the headphones and like her phone, and she was gonna watch Shrek, or like everybody else was gonna watch something else, and so then me and Pete were just joking around how that would be like oh yeah, we'd like, there was like, what was the other one, B-movie as well, and then we were like, somehow we got onto like Despicable Me, and then he goes like, you should write that down. So I did. So Despicable Me and The Goonies are the only PG rated films. The rest are either MA15 plus, except for Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is M. And I decided on a lot of the 15 plus movies because we're all a bunch of teenagers that aren't 15 yet, and I want this night to seem pretty spooky. Not spooky, but like
Cool and
cool,
hip,
you know?
and like we're older, you know?
when we're really not. We're just we're like 13, 14-year-old kids trying to
We like
seem
to
cool.
think we're
really
cooler
not.
than everyone else.
Oh no, I know for a fact that I'm not cooler than everyone else, and I've just accepted that now. So
Same.
I mean,
Same.
it's so much
same,
easier
same.
just to talk to people now because you don't have that pressure of trying to seem cool around them. You can just talk and say really dead memes, and then they're like, that's really old, and you're like, I know, that's why I'm saying it.
Oh jeez, I'm
And then they're
always
like,
trying to
okay,
seem
fair
cool
enough.
around people.
I love the fact that I just said, I've given up on being cool, and you're just like, same, and then now you're like, actually.
Actually, I really want to be cool.
See, I reckon, right, if people start being themselves, then the people are going to like them a lot better, because you can kind of tell when someone's trying to be cool, because usually people like quite funny as well. So as soon as you try being someone else, and you're not that funny anymore either, which is annoying, because I mean everyone likes to laugh. Laughing's sort of contagious, you know?
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I've been having trouble lately because like, I totally like agree with what you're saying. Like, I like people should stop trying to be cool, like who they're not, and be themselves. But I've been having trouble lately because like, at this point, myself is like literally just trying to be cool. You know?
Oh, so your personality is just trying to be cool, and then that's how it is.
I guess. But
Cause you've been doing it for so long, so now that's just sort of like how you are.
yeah. But
I feel like I'm kind of in the same thing, cause about halfway through year 7 is sort of when I stopped, like, when I got happy with my friend group, and that's like I'm still in that now, and I love it. I love our friend group so much, because like we're always laughing. There's always jokes. We ended up getting in trouble by the teachers, you know, but
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
turn around to your friends afterwards and then you just joke about it. And it's amazing, like,
yeah.
you know? And then I feel like I started to try and be cool around them, but I've been doing it for so long that I'm not sure if that's just like who I am anymore, or if that's, yeah, anyway, I've just sort of accepted it and just go like, yeah, this feels natural to me, so I'll just do this, so I guess this is who I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I really like the friends, like our friend group, you know? I think our friend group is like I think we've got like some of the like nicest and coolest and funniest people like in our year, right? In our friend group.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And
then, like, there's all the popular people, and we've just sort of, like, stolen all the good people, and we're like, what a cat!
yeah, yeah.
And they're all like, damn, you got all the good people, and we're like, we know.
Yeah. I feel like I try so hard to be like interesting and fun and cool around them that I just like I don't end up being that. I just end up being weird.
Yeah, because you spend, like, I'm not saying that this is what you do, I'm just sort of, like, saying this is sort of, like, for everything. like, what I think is when you're trying to be cool, you're thinking, like, a lot about, like, what would somebody else do? So your mind just sort of gets consumed with that, and then you'll say something and you're like, but that sounds a lot cooler when that person said it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you know where I'm going.
Oh, shoot, I just had a mental blank.
Oh, no.
The most times when I feel like myself around our friend group is when someone, like, asks me a question about a subject that I know a lot about, you know? Because then I can sort of, like, build off of that.
Hold on, a huge gap. So all that I heard was the time where I can feel most around my friends, and it just went silent, and then it cuts back in, and then you just go, you know? And I just missed all that.
Well, the time when I feel most like myself around my friends is when someone, like, asks me a question about, like, a topic that I know a lot about, and then I can sort of, I can sort of, like, use that topic to build off of and, like, have a, like, really good conversation with someone.
Yeah.
Like, the other day, Pete asked me, you seem to really like the band Gorillaz, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I really like them. And we had this sort of, like, bonding moment when we talked about, like, all of our favorite Gorillaz songs. And then we went on to Cat Empire, which is another band, and we talked about all our favorite songs from that. And we sort of had this bonding moment, and I think what was so, like, the reason, like, I was so, like, cool and calm...
It was very genuine.
...was because I had that topic, you know, to lean on. Like, I knew a lot about it and stuff.
Yeah. Is this the person Pete you're talking about? Is this the person who had a very long conversation with, like, right before?
Yes.
Or is this? Oh, cool. Yeah. Also, did you know that Cat Empire's going on tour?
I did. I think Pete told me.
I think I told him. Jeez, Pete, find something original. I'm kidding.
Don't you love that? Because I remember, like, when I got into Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, which is my favourite show now, you told me, but then I think someone else told you, and then someone else told that someone else. Don't you love how it just, like pitter-patters like that? Like, goes back and forth?
Yeah, like, that's usually how I find out, like, most of my shows, because I'm not that, like, adventurous with my shows, so, like, I usually wait until someone says, there's this really good show that I've been watching, and then I'll go watch it, and I'm like, yeah, that is a really good show.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my, it's amazing when you find that one show that's really good, and then you tell everyone else about it, and then it ends up being a hit, and you're like, oh my gosh. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's something? Let's just check out my TV time in Up to Date. So there was, American Vandal, which I told you about, which you enjoyed.
Such a good show.
There was Big Mouth that Pete and Rebecca told me about. Rebecca being my BFF, you know who I'm talking about, and someone else. Thank you. You told me about BoJack Horseman, and I really enjoyed that.
Great show. This is like a stroll down memory lane.
I know, right? Then there was Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which Rebecca introduced me to last year. Lost in Space. Pete said that he was watching that with his family, so I started to watch that.
I haven't started that one yet.
And then I ended up finishing it a couple days ago. There was Master and None, which you and Rebecca told me was really good.
Oh, that's so good. That's a good show. I am a very big fan of that show there.
Yeah, and then there's just some others that I found, like, some really good gems, like, The End of the Effing World and the Santa Clarita Diet.
Ooh, good
and
shows.
Dark. Nobody really knows much about Dark, but I love it so much. It's very mysterious. And Atypical, that's really good.
Ooh, that's good.
And then Everything Sucks. I watched that.
Great
and I told
show.
people about it. Please like
show.
me. I told people about that.
Please Like Me. Oh, great show, great show. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Great show.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
It's tomatoes.
It's tomatoes.
Since when is... Where's the I or Y in tomatoes? It's tomatoes.
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 Tomato. When they're like, it's A. Oh, thanks, dude. Sorry, I was just talking to my dad. That's how I speak to my dad. It's a little strange. People find it strange.
This is how I
Okay,
speak to my dad. Oh, yeah? Oh, cool. Oh, yeah? Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Okay, I manage. My dad has a playlist full of songs that he really likes,
Yeah.
and not a playlist. What's it called? Like sort of like a sticky note on his phone.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and it's just filled with so many songs that he likes, and he was like, "Can one of you put all that music onto my phone?" And I was just sort of went, "Yeah, I'll do that." And as in playlist.
Yeah.
So I did. And so hold on, I gotta figure out how to do something real quick. How do you accept people requesting to follow you?
On what?
On Apple Music. You're not an Apple Music user, so I don't think you'll know. Apple Music's actually not that great. Just
Spotify's better. I like Spotify so much more.
Spotify's actually a lot better, cause Spotify's like when you're trying to find new music, it's just so much better to like discover new music and stuff, because they've already got their playlists and then they're super easy to find, and like they've got like it's just really good, because they go from like something there's this one playlist that I found, and it's got so many amazing songs, and Spotify is like usually like how I find my new music. And it's called Local Noise, and it's just filled with like rock and alternative, and it's all by like bands that were like sort of formed in like Sydney and Newcastle and stuff, and they've all got such cool songs. Like there's my favorite at the moment from this playlist, and it's called Good Decisions, and it's by Baker's Eddie, and then there was You Can Count on Me by Trophy Eyes, and Up in the Clouds by Skeggs, I think that's how you say it. SKEGSS, and then there was there's just so many that I love. Yeah, I love it. Spotify, it's so good.
Yeah.
Sorry, just and Apple Music's a lot better for like you already have your songs that you like and you just sort of save them and play, you know?
Yeah.
It's not that great for like finding new music. Their playlists are, I'm not a fan of their playlists.
Yeah. Um.
So.
So.
New topic.
You want a topic?
Yeah, let's just
Recently,
do it.
I didn't know this, but recently it was brought to my attention that there are 63 different genders. And
Yep.
I was very interested by this because I had no idea this was there were so many genders. I really thought there were just like a couple, you know? But one of my new favorite things to do is go online and look up genders. Because, not to be offensive or anything, but there's some really weird genders out there. There's some really amazing ones, and then there's some really weird ones. My favorite one that I found so far is called Angel Agenda. Here's the definition for Angel Agenda. An angelic gender, it is only found among angels and other divine beings and hard to describe to non-angels. That's the actual definition for that gender.
That's like a little strange.
I know, right?
That's super cool though.
What do you mean?
Like, it's really cool that there's 63 genders, and then like those genders that people like they know who they are that just don't exist, you know? But like, I'm not saying that like the gender isn't valid or anything. Like, they have a valid gender and stuff, but sometimes it's just not like recognized.
Yeah.
Like there's probably like way more than 63 genders, but these are probably like the most common. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
There are some, like, really, like, for lack of a better word, beautiful genders, you know? Like,
Yeah, genders are so cool, because you get people, I think it's really good that people, like, sort of know what they are, and if they don't, then that's also okay. But, like, they also have, like, they've got the option to, like, figure out, like they can if they want, like, they can sort of find a label that fits them if they want. And, like if there's not a label for them, then they can just make one, you know? Like,
yeah.
Something that I've been thinking about is, like, you don't just have, like, one label, you know? Like, if you were, like, like, no, not trans, different word, like, bi, you know? You could be bisexual, but then you could also be, like bisexual and, like, meaning you are sexually attracted to boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
But, you could also be, hetero-romantic, so you could, like, romantically only be attracted to, like, the opposite sex, you know, like...
Yeah, well, because there's romantic
what I mean?
orientation and then there's sexual orientation.
Yeah,
because
and then,
romantic
like, on top of that, then
orientations...
it's, like, I think romance is such a pain, right?
Yep.
I think it's a pain because you get, right, so right now I've got a crush on someone, and it's annoying, but I like it, you know, because you've always got this person in your head and stuff, and then you get, like, super nervous around them, and then, like, when you think about it, then you get nervous about it as well, and, like, I'm going through that at the moment, but it's really annoying to always be feeling nervous, and sometimes you need to focus in class and stuff, and you've just got this person in your head, and, like, you know, like, you could be, like, laughing and stuff with them, and then you accidentally, like, not accidentally, but, like, you just smile in class, and then someone, like, they're like, why are you smiling? And then you can just say, like, oh, I thought of a joke, but, like, you're really thinking about your crush, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that crushes are really beautiful, but a pain in the tail.
Yeah, I hate them. I think they're just terrible. I really like, cause you're so you
You're so consumed with them, and you just think that they're perfect in every way.
yeah,
And, like,
exactly, and you can't like you feel like you like really need to talk to this person, right, about like this subject, but like it's so awkward to bring up, and then there's always like the really the really confronting and annoying aspect of rejection.
Yeah. I've got like major trust issues with people. Like I have like a hard time trusting people. Like, except like when it comes to my feelings, but like anything that I have on my mind, I'll just find someone who like I'm close to at the time, and I'll just sort of spill it with them, because like I don't care, I guess. Like there's stuff that I've told my crush, and like they know that like I have a crush on them, and then there's stuff that I told my best friend, you know, and then
Yeah.
sometimes I just get into like really deep conversations with people that like I might not even be close with, and I end up just telling them like all about, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I just tell whoever like I trust that
I
moment, like with my mental health. That,
yeah.
Like,
I don't really like
but, like,
have many people to like tell, because there's no one like there's none of my friends like I absolutely trust, you know. Like I have like, I don't know, I just don't always like, you know, feel like I can trust people, and like there's always like that what if in the back of my mind, and but I have found a good like strategy to like if I need to tell someone like who I like or something, like because I have
yeah, no one at school knows who that is.
huh.
You've just sort of went. It's like you're like, hold on, I'm gonna use like a really weird um 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 analogy. That's the word, right? So it's like you're like picking out a scab. You know what I mean? Like you just sort of like you open it up like a little bit, but then and like the virus and stuff's trying to get in, but then you just slap a band-aid on it, or like a band, and it's like, ha, you're not getting in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like you at the moment. You just sort of went like, I've got a crush, but none of you are gonna know who it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
do
totally
like that
fine.
feeling, you know. I feel like everyone has like this addiction to that feeling of telling people, yeah, I've got a crush, but you can't know who it is, you know.
Like everyone will like know everything about everyone
Cause,
else.
cause then I think it's sort of like a thing when you tell someone that you've got a crush on someone, and then they want to know who it is, the spotlight's on you. Like you're the main topic of conversation. You know?
Yeah. It's just because people need stuff, like people want stuff to talk about. So like I heard a rumor going around that these two people were going out, and I just thought, wow, they're like two like very different people from different friend groups who like I wouldn't expect to go out. But then I went up to them and I was like, hey, I heard about this, and then they went like, oh no, that was just a huge joke. And that just sort of made me think, that's sort of like why, like, people are making jokes up like that for, like, just so drama can happen, you know? Because
Yeah.
drama's how we all sort of, like, chat, like, listen to any conversation that we have, like, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow night, listen to what we talk about, and it's just drama.
Yeah.
You know, and something that what I've noticed is that with my best friend, like all that we talk about really is just crushes and stuff, and it seems like we're just trying to create drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Drama. I'm trying to think of something to say. I had something to say, but now I can't think of it. Drama, yeah. Great.
If you can't think of it, we can just move on to a new topic if you want, because we've just
No, because
gone into like a very...
I feel like this
very
is
deep
like such a good it's a good topic to that can be broadened and stuff and can has like a lot of gives us a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I always feel like out of the loop on that sort of stuff, on drama-wise. Like, I always hear, someone say, oh, did you hear these two people were going out? But then I never actually learned the names of the two people, so that information to me is really useless. No one ever, comes up to me and goes, oh, hey, do you hear about this? I sort of have to work it out for myself, but I do think that, it's a huge thing in our year. And also there's been whenever someone's oh, these two people were going out, it's always well, are they actually going out or are they just pretending to go out,
Is it just for the sake of having the title?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, can I just say something real quick? Sorry. When people we're going out, they usually don't go on any dates, which yeah, we're 13, 14, but it's kind of just sort of you having that title there, and
yeah,
you just sort of want an excuse to hold their hand, I guess. You're not actually going out on dates or anything, and if you are, it's probably to the movies or something, because you're too awkward to do anything, and you can't hold a conversation with them anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because, do you know what I find confusing? All the advice that I get from people that have been in relationships is oh, it's so important that you do this, and it's so important that you do this, and it's so important that you do this, and then it's also
Wait, what are some of the, the important things that you gotta do? Because I want to hear this.
I think it's just an overall general, oh, it's important, you should you should have a respect for this person, and you should if it's you should make sure it's serious, otherwise it's not worth having. And then it's also just oh, you can have fun, do whatever you want, and then it's really conflicting these two voices that are saying, I'll do this and then do this instead,
Yeah, I guess it's sort of I think those voices might just be the teenage voices, because some of them I've got in my head now. There was something where it was sort of maybe we should take this stuff seriously, but then I have this I've got this another voice in my head going nah, just say something and see what happens,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this scenario, right? So, two people broke up, and then, because the guy wanted to be with somebody else, but then, wait, what was I originally talking about? I've honestly just lost my train of thought, and it's so annoying. What was I making a point of?
I don't know, you were making a point.
Of seriousness and stuff. The guy was can I I thought this person might have liked me, so that's why I was yeah, do you want to go out with me? But then me and my friends, we reckon that he actually doesn't like her. Oh, I just remembered my point from before, right?
This is the most confusing thing I've ever heard today.
Right, okay, so, very serious. So, my friend broke up with his girlfriend, and then somebody else they were like, do you want to go out with me, but in a month or so, and this is to someone else. And then they're like, so you don't seem like a rebound or something. And it was quite strange because part of me just sort of went, why do they have to like wait a month? Why can't they just sort of go out now, you know, and just say, oh, well, they're teenagers, you know, it's not serious. But then like, there's like the other half of me that's just sort of going like, yeah, well, maybe you should take it seriously, you know? Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe they should take it seriously.
I don't know. I think I've definitely heard a lot of like similar situations to this, you know? This example you're using. It's and it's really like I don't know.
It must be common.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of like there's a lot of like crazy situations that like get really confusing, and I've been in a few of them myself, and I always get like super stressed about this stuff, and I just feel like the best strategy is to not. The best strategy is sort of to have those two voices in your head. You know? Like one saying, relax, chill out, it's fine, and then another saying, no, wait, you should take this seriously and stuff. Because if you don't have those two voices in your head, you're gonna lean completely one way, and you're just gonna come off as either this really serious type of person that, like, is just super serious about everything, or you're gonna come off as this person that's super chill about everything and doesn't care about anything, you know? So it's kind of good to have those two voices in your head.
You need balance. Yeah.
Oh shoot. We should probably like end the podcast here because we're going over time a bit.
Oh, whoops. Right after we end the podcast, right, I'm gonna tell you who was in that scenario because I don't think you've heard because you're usually like the last person to find out. So like I'll tell you just so you know.
I think I have heard, but I'm not sure because it might be something else like, but I think.
It might have been something else. The stuff people break up and get together like every third day. You know.
Yeah.
Like at our school, it's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going way too over time. Thanks for listening, guys. Just before...
Don't forget to check out our Twitter and vote on whether or not you reckon Spider-Man looks cool in a Batman mask or not.
Yeah, like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment if you want us to ask something. Or you can follow us on Twitter at DoesThisPodcast. Or you can email us at dtpmmsf@gmail.com.
Oh my god, you've like completely memorized that, or do you just have it like in front of you?
I have it written down. I think it's very good to have a structured podcast, you know?
Yes, maybe the next podcast should be very structured and very formal. Or do you want to just sort of go, nah, let's just see what happens?
Well, you know, that sort of comes back to the theme of this episode. There's two voices in your head saying, chill out.
Yeah.
Or, I'll take it really seriously. Anyway, we have to end now, so goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you in the little pasta night video, hopefully.
Yeah, that's gonna come out whenever we want it to, because we're the boss.
Yeah, so it's either the next podcast or the pasta night video.
Yep.
Bye.
I really enjoyed that recording.